Hi, um, my name is Doug Dicharry, and I wanted to do a review of the Stratos brass, a little contraption that has basically changed my way of playing for the better. It's kind of like there's my life as a trombonist. There's pre-Stratos and post-Stratos, and it's been that big of a milestone. I'd like to start off by letting you know a little bit about my background, and then I want to tell you what the Stratus does, and then I'll show you all the stuff that comes with it and kind of how it works, and then I'll let you know how to get a hold of Marcus, who is the inventor and a very approachable, easy to speak with gentleman who will bend over backwards to help you. So I've been playing trombone since the 6th grade, and I'm 41 now, so I've been playing trombone a long time. Um, I right out of high school, I was in a ska band, and from there I was in some noise bands, and then I got into kind of a hillbilly band called the Ben Miller Band. I've been in a Louisiana band called Dirtfoot, and now I'm a one-man band called Dance Monkey Dance, and I've played trombone and various other instruments throughout my career, and I've always gotten by on volume and face pressure to get my high notes. And so what I've been doing is I've been clamping down on this upper lip, and that'll get you some high notes out for a little while, but it'll just cause fatigue. And so after I'd done been playing music for a long time, I went back to school for trombone and met all these youngsters half my age who had much better range than me, and I noticed that they're just not jamming it into their face. I had realized that I had plateaued on my range. I could only go so high, and I had no flexibility. I couldn't do turnarounds or doits or my lip slurs were just really like uh, they were blocky. They were not smooth. Um, so I started thinking about changing my embouchure. I asked around. I talked to all the professors that I had. Some were very nervous about me changing my embouchure this late in the game. It's a very daunting thing to do. I had another professor say you definitely need to do this because you're just not gonna, you can't get any better with the way you've been doing it. So it was a very daunting task. And then I found on Facebook the trombone embouchure advice and found Marcus Reynolds. And as soon as I typed in, what I'm doing and what I'm needing, he messaged me immediately, and we had an hour lesson on Zoom. Didn't try to sell me anything, just kind of gave me some basic concepts to think of. We ended up doing like 3 or 4 lessons completely free of charge before I decided, let's go ahead and get this Stratus brass and see what it does. Let me show you. Well, I'll tell you what it. Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you what it is. This is what you get whenever you order it. Basically, it's a plunger like this, and it straps onto your mouthpiece, and then this plunger goes on your chin, like this. You get so the plunger is detachable, so you can just leave the apparatus on your horn, and if you don't want the plunger, you can just pull the plunger off. It comes with a lot of these different inserts, so it fits I haven't found a mouthpiece that it doesn't fit yet. My tiny cornet mouthpiece goes in this black one. My bigger trumpet mouthpieces and my small shank trombone mouthpieces, large shank trombone, and then even tuba mouthpieces. So it fits everything brass that I have so far. So yeah, you're kind of set for any type of horn you get. Like I said, it goes on this mouthpiece, and for me, what this did a lot, um, you can adjust how far away the mouthpiece is from your mouth. And so what this does, the main thing that it does is it makes you focus on the placement of your chin. I was jamming the mouthpiece into my upper lip and focusing my air down to get my high note. So I was tucking my lower lip in, and there's just no power. All the air is going straight down. So what this does is it makes you aware of where your chin is. So the air is going forward. It does that, and it also keeps the mouthpiece away from your mouth, so you can't jam it into your lip. And another thing that it got me into doing is one of the exercises is you actually put the plunger out pretty far, and it keeps the mouthpiece away from your mouth, and it kind of forces you to learn how to free buzz. So, I think for me, I needed a drastic embouchure change. I think I maybe could have figured it out with the Stratos brass, but definitely not as quickly, and I think it would have just been, it's so daunting when you have to change your embouchure as much as I needed to. A lot of things, it was like starting over. I've seen some people say that they have results immediately, and that's great. I had some results immediately, but all in all, getting comfortable with a new embouchure, it did take me about a year of doing this. And but I went from jamming the horn into my face to get a high D to now high D, no pressure, and I'm even, pulling out Fs, which is great. That's where I need to be. So it's completely changed my playing, a much more relaxed sound. I have much more flexibility for doing turnarounds, doits, and hitting, going from a really high in the register to down low without having to change my embouchure much. That's another lesson that you learn with Marcus is the changing of your embouchure is just only so slight. So he teaches things in one of his books to actually start high, play a good, comfortable high note, and then work your way down. And without having to change your embouchure, you can still play these lower notes. And that way there's less movement and much more flexibility and ease between changing, between the intervals. So, like I said, it's changed my playing all for the better, and it's continuing to get better and better the more I practice with it. So Marcus Reynolds is the inventor of the Stratos brass. I don't know if he's still doing it. He might be incredibly busy right now, but I know, like I said, whenever I Facebooked him, he immediately got back with me, and we had an hour lesson. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact him. He's very approachable and easy to talk with. He has a free book that he will email to you. He also has another book about increasing range without resistance. So you should check those out. You can reach him through stratosbrass.com. There's also a Facebook group called the Brass Embouchure Advice, or you can find Marcus Reynolds, and I'll put some of that information in the comments below. But he's helped me so much with my trombone playing. I feel like this is the least I can do, is to just kind of let everybody else know what it's done for me. So I suggest, if you're having issues, if you've hit a plateau in your range, or you're tucking your lip in and you're just blasting your air down, or you're doing a lot of face pressure to get high notes, just get a hold of Marcus and just have a talk with him. You know, he's not gonna just like try and sell you anything right off the bat, and just see if it works for you. You can also get a hold of me if you have any questions. I'll put my information down in the comments as well. So thank you, Marcus Reynolds and Stratos Brass, and I hope everybody out there can learn something from Marcus or the Stratos Brass, and I appreciate everybody listening. Thank you.